All right, so now if you now this is the page I created, privacy policy page. All right, so whether it's the post or a page, I want to have a table of content for my pages and posts. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do that now. All right, so before that, let's click on one of these posts. Okay, so as you can see my post, there's no table of content here. Okay, I just posted this recently. Okay, so I'll just click here on the dashboard. All right, so if you've been following me, you would have seen where I installed the plugin. Okay, so let's go back and see the plugin I installed. Now I'm just going to update this. So let's go back and see the plugin I installed. um this is the plugin I installed here, table of content plus. Okay, so we're going to use this to set up our table of content. Okay, as you can see here, I have installed it but I've not activated it. I also have another plugins here, another one here, so I have some. So this one I've not activated it. Okay, now in case you don't have this plugin, just go here to plugins, click on add new, and then once you do that, you're going to be taken to this page. Now you type in this table of contents plus. Okay, so this is it. So this is it. Then you, for you, if you're not, if you don't have it installed yet, it's going to say install now, like you see for these other plugins here. So it's going to say install now. All right, so just click on install now. Now let's go back and activate it. Okay, so I'll just go back to install plugins, and now go down to this is table of content plus. Now the good thing about this plugins is that it activates automatically. So once I just click on activate here, the work is done, so it's activated. All right, so I can go back and make some, some settings and change some settings. But even if you leave it this way, you have your table of content. So we can try that out by going to the website. So once we view our site, and then once you look at this post now if we click on this post here, you're going to, when you go down, oh, I'm supposed to see the table of content, but for some reason I'm not seeing this. Let's check the privacy policy. Okay, okay. Now we just as you can see here, it's showing up here. All right, it's showing up here. It's going to be showing up for the pages. Okay, all right, so let's leave the posts out of it for now. Okay, so maybe later on I'm going to show you how to make it show up on the post, but for now it's going to show up on every page, on every one of your pages. So if you see that the table of content loads up once we once we just click on the page, it loads up. Okay, so we don't want it to, so we can click here to hide it, but we don't want it to show up. We just want it to like appear this way, then we can expand it to see the table of content. Now let's go back to the dashboard and make some settings. Okay, so I'll go back to this table, go to your settings, table of content plus. Okay, now you see that it was only appearing for our pages, it didn't appear for the post. So we can come here now and check click on check this box for post to make it appear on also on our post and our pages. Now instead of just contents, I want it to be table. Let's table of contents. So and then I'm going to click on hide the table of content initially, so when the page loads up it will hide it. Then we can click on the icon to expand it. Okay, now I want to change the color from gray to, I personally like light blue. Okay, but you can choose whatever color you want. You can even go here to custom and um, and then put any color you want. Okay, so but I don't want this, so I'll just go with light blue. Okay, so these advanced options, I don't think it's really important, so I'm not going to pay attention to that. So we don't. So let's look at our sitemap. Okay, everything seems to be in order here. So what I'll just do is come here and click on update settings, update options. Okay, so you can see our options have been saved now. Now let's go back to the site. So this is the post now. Now this is not a page, it's the post. So let's see if, oh, okay, you can see now it's now showing up here. You can see, so it's now showing up on our post. So, and you see that it's not displaying initially, but when we now click on it, it shows up. All right, so we can go back to our privacy policy page. Up, ops, ops. So I don't know, for our page it's not okay, it's showing up this way. So what we can do now, so that is it. So but I want to check out something again. So if I go to my, so at this point we have already done what we, so let's uncheck this and check it again, and then click on update settings, so update options. So let me go back to the website and then go back to my privacy policy. Okay, so I guess this is how it is. This is what we have. Okay, so we just have to click to hide it. But for our post, when we like load the page, you see that it's not displaying, so we have to click here to, do this to open it up, and that's it. Okay, so that is it. That is it. All right, so that is it for table of content. So there you have it. So all right, so let's go on. The next thing I want to set up now is social welfare. Okay, so we want to set up a social share on our website, so visitors can be able to share it on their social media profiles, their pages and stuff like that. So um so here I'll go to my plugins, installed plugins. So I already have social share installed, social welfare installed, but I've not activated it. So in case you don't have it, you can always go here, click on add new, and you type social, you type social welfare. Okay, welfare. So if you do that, you get here's the social welfare, social sharing plugin. Okay, so here you're going to if you're not installed it before, you're going to see install now instead of this activate. You're going to see install now. Okay, so let's just go back and install it. Okay, so I'll just go back to my install plugins. I'll go down to social welfare. So this is it. So I'm just going to click on activate. Now once you activate, is going to activate automatically. So I can go back, like I can go to my site now to view it, and then so you can see now. So once I click on read more on individual post, you're going to see it here. Okay, you're going to see it. All right, so this is it. So so now I want you to notice something now. Okay, now we have one here. Okay, so I'm going to show you some settings for the plugin, but before that I want you to notice something. So we have one here. Now so that we'll scroll down. When we scroll to the bottom, we see the other one. Okay, now there is something, we see the other one. So I want us to make it in such a way when we start that we want to put the social share buttons, in front of the visitors every time. So let's go to the settings here. So look at social share, social welfare here. So I'm going to click on that. So once you do that, the first thing I want us to set up is the first thing I want us to set up. So I'm just going to leave everything here for now. We're going to do some things here later, but let's start with the advanced. Okay, so I think I will leave everything in advanced. Social identity now. So you can come here, put your Twitter username, all right, Pinterest username, your Facebook page URL, Facebook page URL, Facebook app ID. You can put all those links here if you have them. Okay. Now, for this social network connection, you see that you have an option to connect here with you're going to connect your Facebook account. So when you click on continue here, it's going to ask you to log into your Facebook and ask for permission for you to connect with Facebook. Okay. So I'm not logged into Facebook. Okay. So I don't really have Facebook on my PC. Okay. So I try to use very less. I try to do less of social media. So I'm not really going to be doing all that. Okay. So I don't want to connect with my Facebook. I'm not even very active on Facebook, so I'll just leave that. Now the next thing you want to here is the styles. Okay. So when you go to styles, so you see that this is what is showing up. Now I want us to float the button. Okay. So I want to scroll down, the button floats. Okay. The buttons float. So I want us to float the share button, and then you want to float it before content. Okay. All right. So we're going to leave that. Then we'll move on to display. Okay. Now when we go to display, so we're going to scroll down here. So for the home, I want it to be, I'm going to set it to none, so I don't want to see it on. I'm going to set it to none. Okay. That's for the home. And then for the archive and category, I'm also going to set it to none. So I want to set it where I want it to show up. Okay. So I only want it to show up on my post and my pages. So for my post, I'm going to set it to, so initially we have it above the content, and then below the content. That's the current setting. So you see that when we scrolled up we had it, then when we scroll down we also had it. So but I only want it above the content, so that when I scroll down, then it displays. So I'll show you that. Just follow me and do the same setting, and you're going to see the effect. Okay. So I'm going to here above the content. Okay. Now, so that is it for this. So I'm just going to click on save changes. Okay. So it's saved now. So when I go back to my page, so you can see now that on my page, initially we had this here, we had the social share here, we also had it here, but now it's gone. That is because I set home to none. Okay. I also set here, I also set it on my categories, I also set it to none. Okay. So it's none here, but when we click on individual posts or pages, we are going to get it. So if I click on the post now, you can see it displays. Okay. So you can see that it displays on top. Now as we scroll down, notice what happens once we've passed this first one, another one shows up. You see here now. So you can see now, so now this thing, all right, so it's this way, the social share, it's always in front of visitors, so that increases the likelihood of the post getting shared. Okay. So that is it for social welfare. So in case you didn't know how to set up the plugin, so you've seen how to do it. Okay. So remember to add your page URL and all those other URLs that sorry, let's check it again. All those other URLs, if you go to site identity, so all these other URLs, you can go ahead and add them. Okay. So that is it. That is it. Thank you. All right. So guys, the next page I want to create now is the terms and conditions. Okay. That's for our generate praise website. Okay. So to do that, now you can just go to, if you have a document already prepared, that's your terms and condition, you can just go to page, create, add new, and then you just terms, and condition, blah blah blah, and then paste the content here and then check it and then you publish it. All right, but in my case I don't have any page prepared yet, so I want to use a plugin for this, and that plugin is called WP Auto Themes. Okay, so I'm just going to go back to um, my dashboard. So I'll click on plugins. So let me see if I have it installed already. Now WP Auto Themes. Also, I don't have it installed, so I'm just going to go here, add new. All right, so just come here and then I'll search for WP Auto Themes. Okay, so once I do that, so this is a WP Auto Themes, so you just click on install now. Yep, so just click on activate. So it is now activated. Okay, so this is it, WP Auto Themes. So we'll now go here. This is the plugin here, WP Auto Themes. So we can go here, click on legal pages. So there are no pages, so we want to see if there's anything already. So there's no pages, there's no legal pages here already. So let's click on add new, add legal page, or you can click here, add legal page. So when you do that, you're going to see some options here. Okay, now the privacy policy. Now we've already created, I already have a privacy policy on this website. So you can use this plugin to create a privacy policy. So, but I'm not going to use it because I already have a privacy policy page. So the next one, the one we want to create specifically is the terms and conditions. So I'm just going to create here, create, okay, and then okay, so this is the website, this is the name of the site. So the country is United States. Okay, sorry, so the country is United States. So where do I have this? I've kind of forgotten the I think it's all right, so I'm just going to pause this video. All right, so let's continue. The so the country here is United States, the state here is Texas. Okay, so Texas. So I'll just leave the name of the company as the name of the site. Now, can users create an account on your website? I'm just going to click on no. Do you want to make it clear that your own content and trademarks are your exclusive property? So I'll just say yes. Do you want to be able to terminate access to certain users if these users abuse your website? Remember, users are not allowed to create account on our website, so this is inconsequential, so it's a no. So for any material changes to the terms and conditions, you should notify users in advance. How many days notice you will provide before the terms and conditions become effective? So I'll just pick the recommended one, which is 30 days. Do you want to limit your liability by providing your website on an as is and as available basis? So I'm going to click here. So because of a display, because I want a disclaimer on my page, on the page. So from here now, so everything is set here, so I can just go here and click on create. Now I want you to notice something interesting now. So now if we decide to, now this is the now before we publish this, I want you to look at the URL. Now you can see this is our terms and conditions page that was created for us by WP auto themes. Now if you look at the permalinks here, if you click on it, you're going to see, or let's remove this since it's not published yet. So you're going to see that this is our website slash auto WP auto themes slash terms and condition. So we don't want this. So the problem with this plugin is this thing in the URL WP auto terms slash. So we just want it to be our website, then slash terms and conditions. Okay, so there are two ways you can go about this. So first I'll copy this. All right, so I'll copy everything on this page. Now there are two ways you can go about it. You can go to settings here. All right, so if I click on settings here, now you can come down here, you see that legal pages log, you can see WP auto terms. Now this place is supposed to, if you want this place to be empty, all right, you have to purchase a license to enable it. Okay, so you just click on here, purchase license to enable this. So once you click that, it will redirect you to their website. So you will pay for, you're going to pay for it. All right, so it will redirect you, also you pay for it. All right, so but I'm not but I want to do this for free, so I don't want to purchase a license. So I'll just go to pages and click on add new. So I'm going to add this manually. So I'm just going to remove this. So I'm going to here, I'm going to rename it terms and conditions. Okay, so this is what I have here. So I will now paste what I copied over. All right, so I've pasted everything here now, so you can see. So you just leave everything the way it is. Okay, so by the time we post this thing here will be replaced by our website name by the time we post it live. Okay, so don't worry about this. Now, so the last thing you want to do, you want to go to pages. Now you can see that this is the pages. You see that it is now terms and condition instead of auto terms slash terms and conditions. So what we can do now is to just click on publish. So once you click on publish here, once we click on publish here, so we can go to view pages. Now you can see that we have this wiki slash auto task terms. Oh, we have terms slash condition. It's supposed to be terms and conditions. So let's go back and edit that. Okay, so come click on, you see edit page here. Okay, so you can see the edit page there. So when we come back to the pages, we can click on this URL, then terms, we'll push dash, and so you see terms and conditions now. So you can just remove this, so it's updated, so you just update it here. So let's go back and view it. Let's go back, so we can click on view page here. Now you can see it's now terms and conditions. Okay, so you can see it's automatically appearing here, terms and conditions. So that is it for this video. Okay, so I hope it's been good up to this point. So thank you. All right, so sorry about that. So this video I want to talk about how you can, you know, pick a domain name for your blog, your business, your website, whatever it is. So um, there are basically two options you have. So I so if you're choosing a domain name for your blog, you can either choose a branded domain or a keyword rich domain. Okay, so these are essentially the two types of domain names. Okay, so there is advantage and disadvantage of picking one over the other. Okay, so most people, okay, usually go for rich a keyword rich domain because they want to rank their website faster. However, okay, we know that Google right now, Google is moving kind of moving away from keyword, rich keyword density, keyword. No, keyword is still important in a website or an article, okay, but it's not receiving that much emphasis anymore, okay. So let's just see which one you should be going for, okay, depending on your goals for your website or your blog, whether you should go for a branded domain or a keyword rich domain, okay. So if you're picking, so let's go here. Now if you're picking a branded domain, now a branded domain is usually like a domain that, just it's kind of broader. It's broad, it's a broad domain, about that particular niche, okay. So as you can see here, I have this one, like a website about scooters. You can name it something like Wonderful Scooters. So a website about cars or or automobiles, you can name something like that. You can name it something in the line of auto geeks, okay. Now, you, I'm guessing that you know about Bob Villa. It's a very popular website. It's a website about do-it-yourself kind of stuff, projects, handyman kind of stuff. Okay, so you see that all these websites, you can see how the direction their names take. You see that these are kind of broader names. They are very broad, okay. The names are very broad and they're kind of a brand, all right. So these kind of names, you go for them when you want to create a brand for your website, you and it's better if you're planning long term, okay. So all right, I won't really go into whether it's better or long term or not, but I just want to give you some examples, okay? So you can also create a website and give it your own name. So maybe if your website is in make money online niche, you can just, maybe your name is Dara Wilson. You can just, name the website darawilson.com. That's if the domain name is available, okay? So that is that, okay? So it's basically a domain name that is broader. It can include a keyword from about the niche, right? Or it may not even include any keyword about the niche, but it may carry your own personal name, or either it carries your own personal name or you just coin a name for it, okay. So as you can see, these are some examples. Auto geeks. So from here, someone will know that it's about automobiles, okay. But you see that there is no keyword. So the focus here is not on keyword. So you see that there is really no keyword kind of stuff here. Keyword. You're not trying to optimize the name for keyword stuff or ranking stuff or those kind of stuff. So you're just trying to give it a broad name that um, that says that speaks about your brand, okay. So here you can see wonderfulscooters.com. So let's now you can see the some of the pros or advantages of or benefits of going for a branded domain. One, it's short and easy to remember, okay. Now by the end of this video, I'm going to give you my own recommendation, okay, and I'm already guessing you may have an idea about that already. So a branded domain, for branded domains, there are the three main benefits is that they are short and easy to remember. For instance, something like Bob Villa, see that it's very easy to remember, very very easy to remember. Something like Facebook, something like Twitter, these are branded domain names, okay. So something like instructables. I know you know about instructables. So these are very, very easy to remember. Okay, they are short and they're easy to remember. Probably except for this one, maybe wonderful scooters, but it's still short somehow. Then you see auto gigs here, very short and easy to remember. Okay, so now they look more professional. Okay, that's very obvious. Okay, something like Bob Villa. Once you see something like that, you know it's serious. All right, so it looks, more professional. It looks and sounds more professional. Okay, and then thirdly, which is the most important reason or the most important benefit for choosing a branded domain, and that it is easy to scale or expand. All right, so with a branded domain, so if you choose something like Bob Villa, now Bob Villa talks about so many things. He talks about paints, he talks about glues, he talks about do it yourself projects, he talks about cars, talks about the website talks about so many things. So just all these kind of craft projects, so, and we have a lot of craft project, different kinds of craft projects. We have repairs and stuff. So Bob Villa talks about the website is so it talks about this kind of stuff, and you find out that for this kind of website you will have the ideas is endless. There's almost no limit to what you can write. Okay, so this kind of website can have thousands, hundreds to thousands and tens thousands of articles. All right, there's virtually no limit to what you can write here because the niche is so broad, so broad. Okay, so same thing for auto geeks. So there are so many cars. You can write about individual cars, you can write about car painting, you can write about um, car detailing, auto detailing. You can write about, tool boxes for cars. You can write about so many things. Okay, so there is so much you can write about cars. So it's almost as if the ideas is endless. All right, so the same thing with wonderful scooters here. So the same thing here. So that is the main best. So for instance, if you start writing about, maybe you pick um a car niche, you pick like cars, for maybe pick auto gigs. Let's say the name of your website is auto gigs, and then you start out writing about car car bumpers. All right, so car bumpers, then at some point you've exhausted all the topics about car bumpers, you can easily move to something else, maybe car roof boxes. Okay, you can go and start talking about car roof boxes. When you're done with that, you can go to something like generators for cars, or RVs. You can move to something else. You can talk about um, different things. Okay, different things. The ideas is endless. So with a branded domain, you have the option to scale and expand. So you're not really limited, to a specific topic in that niche. You can talk about anything in that niche. You can expand. All right. Okay, so but it's usually better to start with a specific topic, then gain authority, and then you can start branching into other topics. So that is the main advantage of branded domain. Okay, now we'll go to the disadvantage of branded domain is that, see that it may cost you more to register it. In fact, some of these branded domains, most of them are already taken. All right, so something like auto gigs, wonderful scooters, I have no doubt that those kind of domains have already been registered. So it's usually difficult to register them, and even when you're able to, even when the domain is free for registration, if you see that the price is usually maybe higher, maybe someone else bought the domain and packed it so that maybe when some other businesses wants to buy the domain, they will sell it as a higher price instead of the normal $10 or $15 for a .com domain. You may pay thousands of dollars for it. So that is how it is. Okay, so another disadvantage of branded domain is that they are harder to rank, and this one is obvious because the name, you can pick your own personal name and start writing something about you know painting. So because your name, because you're using your own name, and it doesn't, if you pick something like Daryl Wilson, so it doesn't have anything like paint there, so it may take a little time for it to rank. It may be a little bit harder to rank, so it may take you longer to rank. It's not that you will not rank, but it may take you longer to rank, okay, compared to a website that is named best paint, best best paint brushes, or best paint, those kind of stuff. So those websites are, they can see from the name that it's already there is paint there, so it's easier to rank for Google to identify the site and rank it. Okay, so now the next type of domains we want to talk about is keyword rich domains. Okay, now keyword rich domains are the ones you're already probably familiar with. Best longboards, maybe a website that talks about best longboards, that reviews best longboards. Now, cheap iPhone repair, you can see the website is already about iPhone repair. So this type of domain names will have the main keyword, must have the main keyword, you understand? So they have keywords about the name. So beekeeping101.com. So you know exactly that this website is about beekeeping. This one is about iPhone repair. About this one is about longboards. So best longboards. So now the main advantage of a keyword rich domain is that they rank faster, right? They tend to rank faster than branded domains. So but the difficulty there is that it limits you. It's very difficult for you to expand later. Okay, so for instance, now a website like cheap iPhone repair, all right, for cheap iPhone repair, now you're only limited to talk about iPhone repairs. You cannot talk about other things about iPhone. For instance, it's not that you cannot talk about those kind of things, but it may be, it may not be, it may be out of place. All right. For instance, now, so besides iPhone repair, you may not be able to talk about Android repair. You may not be able to talk about apps on Android or apps on iPhone, other topics related to iPhone, not just iPhone repair. So, but with a branded domain, all right, the branded domain, okay, you may be able to talk about those things. You may be able to expand. So, but this one is just limited, okay? So it limits you, so you can't expand. So beyond a particular topic, let's use another example. For this one, beekeeping now, bee is just one type of bug. So for beekeeping now, you may just you're just talking about beekeeping. Now once you exhaust, you don't have any other thing to write about beekeeping. You can't go to other things like fleas or ants or other things, butterflies. Sorry, not butterfly, but other kinds of bugs like ants. You know, you know. I can't remember any other bug for now, so I don't even know if ant is a bug, it's a bug, or maybe it's probably an insect. So, but I know that there are so many other types of bugs that you can talk about. So but if you use this website, if you just name it beekeeping here, you are only limited to talk about keep keeping bees, that beekeeping. So you can't expand it, so it kind of limits you. So but with a branded domain, you can expand and talk about other stuff. Okay, so now another disadvantage are some of these keyword rich domains, they are usually associated with spam. So something like a best this, best that, best longboards, best this, cheap this, those kinds of domains, sometimes they may be associated with spam. So that is why it's always good before you register any domain, you always go to archive.com and check it, and check the history of that domain. Make sure that it has not been purchased before, except you're buying that domain for, or except you're intentionally buying an expired domain. But if you're buying a new domain, okay, make sure you take it to archive, check it out on archive.com, and make sure that it doesn't have any, you know, history of any malicious activity or those kind of stuff. So before you purchase it. So So if you ask me, my advice would be that you should pick something for long term, since if you're going to take this as a serious business, okay? So something that you can be doing in the next, you'll still be doing in the next 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. So uh, I would advise that you pick something for long term, which is a branded domain. But if you just want to set up a site now, maybe the site you're setting up, you just want to set it and forget it, then maybe set it and forget it. Maybe once in a while you update the articles. Maybe you just have in mind that, okay, I want to set up this website and I just want to put 200 articles in it, and then I will just close the chapter. Maybe once in a while, once every few months, I can go back there, see what is happening, update some of the articles and stuff. Then yeah, you can go with a keyword rich domain. Yeah, you will rank faster. Okay, all right. So that is that. But if you want to do this for long term, you want to be able to write thousands and thousands and thousands of articles, okay? Or maybe you want to pick a name that people will easily remember, you know, that is simple and easy for people to identify with. All right, so um then you go for a branded domain, okay? Now if you're in case you're looking for where to buy your domain name, I recommend two websites. That's two providers, that's two services, and that is Namecheap and Pogbon. I've used these two services for more than 3 4 years now, or even more. So I've actually used Namecheap for, let's say, over 5 years now. I think my first domain was on maybe 5 6 years, and I was on Namecheap. Then later I found out about Pogbon, and so I started, I purchased some domains of Pogbon. I also have some on Namecheap. All right, so I definitely recommend these two for your domain names. All right, so that is that for this video. Okay, so that is that. Let me know if you have any other question in the comment section. See you. Peace out. Okay, all right. Um, welcome back, guys. So in this video, we're going to talk about hosting. Okay, so for you to build any website, you need to purchase hosting and domain. Okay, so for this tutorial, we're using hosting jar. Okay, now um, I I was able to get a discount for you guys. So if you want to, I recommend using Hostinger. That's for cheap hosting. Okay, so I was able to get a discount for you guys. So just click on the link in the description for you to go to the same page where I am. Okay, so when you use the link, you're going to be directed here. So as you can see, the cheapest hosting we have here is this one, this $2.99, okay, per month. But now let's go and see other options. Okay, so if you come here and click on hosting, if you click on web hosting, you can either click on web hosting or we can click on WordPress hosting. Both plans are basically the same thing. Okay, so but let's click on WordPress hosting since that's what we're interested in. So when you click on WordPress hosting, you're going to see that there are four major plans here. Okay, so the first one is $1.99 and it's for one website. The second one is WordPress starter and it's for up to 100 websites. We have the business WordPress, which is up to also 100 websites. And then we have WordPress Pro, which is for 300 websites. So since you're just starting out, you can use this one here, which is the single WordPress, which is just $1.99. However, as you can see here, it doesn't come with a free domain. Okay, so if you're going to use this one, you will have to purchase domain from somewhere else. But if you choose any of these three other plans, a domain comes with the annual plan. Okay, so let's say you decided to choose WordPress starter. Okay, well, this WordPress starter now is $2.99 per month. Okay, so if we decide to go with this one and you click on add to cart, so if we do that now, you can see here, so you can choose from any of these ones, maybe the 1 month, 12 months, that's 1 year, 2 years plan, or this one is 4 years plan, that's 48 months. So I'll go with this 12 months plan, which is just 1 year. So when you do that, you go down, you can see here now that your that the you can see here now that the total balance here is $35.88. Okay, now because of the referral code we apply, we got this discount. Okay, now you see that from 30 it's been reduced to $28. But if you did not use this, if you don't use the link, you'll be paying $35. But if you use that link, you're going to be paying $28. Okay, so once you get here now, just fill in your card details. All right, and then click on submit payment. Once you do that, so I'm not going to fill in my card details because I already have I already have a plan with hosting. Okay, so I'm not going to fill in my card details. So just fill in your card details. When you're done, just click on submit payment. So once you do that, you will be you will get an email. Okay, you'll be asked to enter your email. So once you do that, you will have paid successfully. Okay, so that is that. Okay, this is where you enter your email. Sorry, before you just enter your email here. Okay, so you enter your email here. So for instance, I can enter my email, biggie230 at gmail.com. Okay, So once you do that, you come down here and then click on submit secure payment. So once you do that, now you have made payment for the hosting. So that is it. Okay, so now in case you don't want this $2.99 plan, which is the starter plan, so in case you want this cheaper one, which is 1.99, so I'm assuming you have your own domain already. Okay, so if you're going to use this plan, you must have your own domain already. Okay, so if you want to use this, so that's, you don't want a domain from Hostinja, you have a domain already, so you can use this, or you can still go ahead with any of these plans if you like. Okay, so but let's say you wanted to purchase this one and you have your own domain. Okay, so I'm going to show you, but when we get to the setup section, I'm going to show you how to get your free domain from Hostinja. That is if you purchase any of these three other plans. Okay, but if you purchase this one, you have to you have to have your own domain. Okay, that you have from somewhere else. Okay, but even with these three other plans, you can decide not to um you can decide not to use the free domain that is provided with Hostinja, or you can use it for something else, or it's possible you already have your own domain. Okay, and you just want to purchase hosting from the company. Okay, so let's say I go for this one. That's the single WordPress. That's the cheapest option, which does not come with a free domain. So if we're going with this, so I'll come here now, I'll click on this, I'll click on the 12-month plan. Okay, so which is 1 year. So once you do that, you come here, you enter your email. All right, so I'll enter my email, biggie340 at gmail.com. Okay, then I come down here, you can see now that the 12-month plan is 35.88, and then I said the discount here is 28.70, which is actually not different from what we had in the previous one. So I'll just go with the previous plan if you ask me. Okay, so but if this is what you want, so you can just put in your card details and then you click on submit secure payment. Okay, so that is it. So all right, for your domain name, I recommend, there are two providers I recommend. Namecheap, so you can use Namecheap. All right, so this is Namecheap. I will include a link for a discount. So whether you're choosing .com, .net, or whatever, or whatever um, TDL of your domain, and whatever extension of your choice. So I will include a link in the description so you can get a discount. Okay, so you can see it here now, you can get a .com domain for 5.98, which is the cheapest, which is one of the cheapest. Okay, so I think Namecheap, in terms of domain names, Namecheap is probably the best cheap, domain name out there, domain name provider out there. So you can register here at domain or at Namecheap. So another great service I recommend is um is Porkbun. Okay, so another one I recommend is Porkbun. So let's allow it to load. So if you're using Namecheap here, so you just come here now. whatever domain name you've chosen, domain name you've chosen from, whatever if you've chosen from our domain generator, okay, or if you already have a domain name in mind, you can just come here and search for it. So the domain I want to register now, let's say I want to register hunting honey.co. So you can use .com, .info, .tech, so anyone you want. Okay, they are also great, just not just .com. Okay, so when I search this here, you can see whether it's available or not. Okay, so you can see .com here is available. Okay, so here you can just click on add to cart. Now take note of the of this coupon. So I'll just copy it, this coupon here, newcomer. There's newcom 598. All right, so if I'm going to purchase this now, just click on add to cart. All right, so I'll just click on add to cart, and then I come here and click on checkout. Okay, so when you go to checkout now, here remember the code we copied, just paste it here. All right, so when you click on apply, okay, now you see here now that this coupon code has already I've used this coupon code on a domain already. Okay, so you can only use the coupon code, so you can only get the discount for one domain name. Okay, so but if you apply it to yours, the price will go from 9.48 to 5 point something dollars. Okay, all right, so once you do that now, let's say you've done that now, then you can just go to click on confirm order, and then you enter your card details. Now that is that for Namecheap. Okay, so you get an email, telling you that the domain you purchased has been successful. Okay, so if you don't want to use Namecheap, another great domain provider I recommend is Pogbon. Okay, so Pogbon, just it's basically the same procedure. Just come here, type out the domain you want, search for it. If it's available, you go ahead and enter your card details, and then you purchase it. Now they are free, um zero they are free domain available on Pogbon at the moment, at the time I'm recording this video. All right, so it's a limited time offer. I think I have a video about that, so you can, or it's .app. So .app in case your website is about apps, or .dev in case you're doing something in the programming space. So you can go for those kind of domains. Okay, there is also there are also other places you can get good domain, but I think these two now, because I've been using these two for years, so I know I kind of prefer them. So that is it for your domain name registration. Now I already have a domain I want to use for this tutorial, so I'm just going to go to my dashboard. Okay, so once I arrive here at my dashboard, you can see here that you can see the domain here. I've already purchased it. Okay, so I also I also have a domain on Pogbon. Okay, all right, I'm not going to be using for this tutorial. The domain I purchased is available on Pogbon. Okay, so I've purchased the domain, and so here it is. This is the domain I'm going to be using for this tutorial. So this is it. So in the next um lesson, in the next video, I'm going to show you how to you know, um, I'm assuming that you've also purchased your hosting. You also purchase hosting. That's in this. I used Hostinger, and I've already showed you that how to purchase hosting from Hostinger. Now, the hosting you purchase from Hostinger will come. It will come with free domain registration. Okay, so in case you can use that, just the domain will be provided for you for free. So with the 12-month hosting, okay, so you can make use of that. But normally, but if you have an existing maybe hosting account already, you can just purchase domain from another domain service like Namecheap or Pogborn or Bluehost or whatever it is, and then or GoDaddy. No, I recommend personally. I recommend Pogborn and Namecheap. Okay, so you can also go with Hostinger. Okay, but I usually prefer having my domain name on another provider. That's the domain from a purchasing domain from another provider, and then purchasing hosting from another provider. So I so in this tutorial that's what I'll be doing. So I purchase the hosting from Hostinger, and then I purchase the domain from Pogborn, and then I'm now going to link the two of them. So that is basically how we go about it. So we purchase domain from one from Hostinger, one from Pogborn, and then purchase hosting from Hostinger and then the domain from Pogborn, or you purchase the domain from Namecheap. Okay, Namecheap is cheaper. Okay, they are cheaper. So if you want something cheaper and good, you can go with Namecheap. All right, see, I already have a website hosted here, so and it's I've been using this service for their service for over 4 or 5 years or so. So their service is great. So I normally use them for um I use them to host a few small sites, but I mostly purchase domain from Namecheap and Pogborn. So that is it for this video. In the next one, I'll show you how to, in case you're not making use of the free domain that is provided by Hostinger for you, okay, and you decide to purchase domain from another providers like Namecheap or Pogborn. So I'm going to show you how to link the two of them. All right, so you link the two of them so that um, you have a functional website. Okay, so see you in the next video. Thank you. All right, so I want to show you how to connect your hosting to the domain name you just purchased. Okay, so if you're not using if you're not hosting the domain, and if you don't have the domain and hosting on the same account, that is you're not using the same provider, that's hostinger. So in case you purchased the domain from another provider, so I just want to show you how to connect them. So this is my hostinger dashboard. Okay, so here, just once you open up the dashboard, just click on domain here. All right, so just click on domain, not home, just click on domain. Okay, so once you do that, you're going to see here, you can see that I have a business hosting plan here. Okay, depending on the hosting you purchased, okay, maybe um, premium hosting or whatever it is, so you're going to have something similar to this. Okay, so all you need to do now is go here, click on add website. So once you do that, Hostinger shows you these options. Okay, so it doesn't really matter what you choose here, so I'll just choose a blog here. Okay, so what I'll do now, I won't pick any of these options. Okay, I'll just click on skip. This skip, create an empty site, because we want to create a site and install WordPress by ourselves. Okay, so if you can also choose to use the word to install WordPress through Hostinger. That's if you select this option. Okay, but I want to teach you how to do it by yourself. So just click on skip. So once you do that, so here you're going to select. You can see buy a domain here. You have use an existing domain. So just click select here. So because I want to use an existing domain, that is in my case. Okay, so if you, like I said earlier, if you're using if you purchased full 1 year hosting from hosting and you're using their own the free domain that is offered to you, you won't need to go through all the steps. Okay, so you but if you're using domain, if you purchase domain somewhere else like I did, all right, so this is how you go about setting it up. So you use so you click this use an existing domain. All right, so once you click on this, it will prompt you to enter the domain you want. Okay, it will prompt you to enter the domain you want. So I can go back here to, this is Pogbon. Okay, when you if you're using Pogbon, okay, I told you that the two host domain providers I recommend are Pogbon and Namecheap. Okay, so if you're using Pogbon, just click on this your account icon here, this drop down arrow here. Once you do that, you're going to see this option that says domain management. So once you click on that, it's going to bring out your domain name. Okay, that's the domain you have registered on your account. So here now, so what I'll do here is just click here on details. So once you click on details here, you're going to see several information here. So there is one thing we need in order to connect the domain and the hosting. So, and that thing is called DNS. That's domain name server. Yeah, I think so. DNS, that's domain, this DNS, domain name server. So we're not interested in these other things here. So just the DNS so that we want. So this is DNS record, and this is actually the name servers that we are looking for. All right. So in my case, I'm using this website on Pogbon. So I'm just going to, you come here, you see this DNS here, we're going to remove it and we're going to replace it with the DNS provided by Hostinger. Okay, so let's go back to Hostinger. So now enter your website. So let me cancel here. So this is my website. So I'm going to copy it. All right, so come back here and I'll paste it. As you can see, this is my domain. So once I do that, I click on continue. So let's allow it to load. So wait for it. Okay, so you have a new page here. Now this one says, you see that it's detected the one that's currently on the, you see these ones here now. So it's asking us to replace it. That's this ones. We should replace it with this one. So this is the name server from Hostinger. So we're going to copy this, and we're going to go here, click on edit, delete what you have here, and then click then paste in this too. All right, so you paste this there, so you use it to replace it, and then you click submit. So you can see we have a new DNS now. Okay, so it will take some time for them to connect, okay, from anywhere from maybe 30 minutes to a few hours to even up to 48 hours. Okay, so just be patient. Okay, um so that is it. um so once I do that here now, in case you're using Namecheap, which is another great domain provider I recommend. So you can see I already have a website hosted here. Right, for this tutorial, the I created a new site on Pogbon. Okay, in case you decided to use Namecheap, the link is in the description. If you use the link in the description, you're going to get a discount. That's to purchase domain. All right, so if you purchase a domain through Namecheap, just click here on manage. Once you click on manage, it will bring out several options for you. So this is what we the name servers. So we're going to replace this. So this is what you can see. This is already connected to my hosting account. So if you were using this, so you just click on this option. The Normally it will be on Namecheap basic DNS or Namecheap web hosting DNS. Either of these options, that will be the default selection. But once you want to connect it to a different hosting provider, you just click here and click custom DNS. So once you click custom DNS, it's going to bring out this for you, so you can paste those things we copied from um, hosting. Okay, and then once you do that, you click on save. All right, so you can see it may take up to 20 DNS server update may take up to 48 hours to take effect. So you just have to be patient. So once we link it up, we'll go back to our hosting and then we'll click on continue here. All right, so once we click on continue here, so you can see here we'll just say, so he said here, said set name servers to connect to MotoWiki. Okay, we've connected it already. So we've connected, so we can just click on connect again. So we've connected it already. Choose name servers. Okay, so it says, okay, I don't think we need this. We've already connected it. All right, so let's just wait for it to take effect. If I'm going to click, okay, it's not, so we'll have to wait for some time for it to take effect. So let's wait, let's give it at least 48 hours, then we'll come back. All right, so before we go ahead to wait, let's just finish off this step. Okay, so if you click on connect here now, it's going to say this. All right, so let's just select okay, I used Pogbon. If you remember, this domain name is registered on with Pogbon. Okay, so if so the option is not here. Pogbon is not here. So, but if you use Namecheap, you can see Namecheap is here. You can just click on Namecheap. But Pogbon so is not here. So I'll just pick order. All right. So well, you can put it here, but it's not necessary. You can see it's optional. So I'll just click on let's start. All right. So it says that we should change to hosting and name servers, which we've done already. Okay, so I'll just click continue and then it says finish. All right, so we've finished. Okay, so you can see you can see, if you check here, it says completed. All right, so that is it. You can go back here and click hosting guy. Okay, and then in the next so you can go back here and click hosting guy. So that is it. So you have to give it some time, maybe um at least up to, you can start checking it after, let's say, 3 hours, but it can take up to 2 days. Okay, so but don't panic, just wait, give it a little time, and then for it to connect. Okay, so you can click here to go back to your dashboard. So that is it for this video. Thank you.